For centuries, humans have endeavored to take to the skies, not just to experience the thrill of flight, but to see what's beyond the horizon, to reach greater heights, to better understand the world and our place in it. That relentless curiosity is precisely what propels Worldview forward. Our mission: to inspire, create, and explore new perspectives for a radically improved future. We're pioneering stratospheric exploration and bringing new insights to overcome the world's toughest challenges and seize our greatest opportunities. From safeguarding critical infrastructure to speeding data around the globe. From responding to an ever-changing environment in the here and now, to partnering with other innovators on the advancements of tomorrow. Worldview's stratospheric flight technology delivers new ways of understanding the world around us and life-changing experiences around the world. Because the stronger our connections to the planet and each other, the better we can honor and protect the place we call home. So join us, and let's share in a sharper vision for a brighter future.
Deanne Bell with Future Engineers, and we have an exciting day in store here. It is a launch day for the third NASA TechRise Challenge. Today we have 39 student payloads that are going to be on board this amazing high altitude balloon, and we are so excited for you to see your payloads take flight. Most of all, it's important to acknowledge that this day is all about you. This flight is all TechRise payloads. It's all about your student work, and we know you've worked so hard to get to this point. You put so much effort, so many months of time into building those experiments, and it all culminates to this exciting launch day. As we go through this whole live stream, you're going to be able to watch and see the balloon get set up. I'm going to bring on a representative from NASA to give you a nice NASA welcome. So I'm going to be joined here by Paul De Leon. Hey Paul, thanks so much for coming.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great. You know, as Deanne said, my name is Paul De Leon. I'm the NASA Flight Opportunities Campaign Manager, your campaign manager for this flight. And I'm very excited this morning to be here and to see your payloads and the hard work that you guys put in developing your payloads. I've seen them, throughout the whole process, and they're really beautiful. You guys did a great job in putting together your payloads, and now it's going to culminate with you seeing your payloads being launched to the stratosphere. Thanks for Worldview has put together this launch. They're in charge of all the launch operations and the balloon, and they designed and fabricated the gondola to house your payloads. And they did a great job on that, and I'm very excited and for you guys to learn about balloon launch, the process, and putting together a payload, a quality payload, engineering payload, NASA quality payload. And congratulations again, and enjoy the launch. It's going to be an awesome day for you guys.
You heard it. It's a NASA quality payload. I'm super excited. Paul, you've seen quite a few balloon launches in your day, but everyone is different, right?
Yeah, each launch is different. We have different technologies and payloads on each one, and they go to different altitudes, and I believe your altitude is going to be 75,000 feet, and we're going to float for about 4 hours, and then the payloads are going to come down, and we're going to recover your payloads to give it back to you guys.
Great, great stuff. But Worldview has a meteorologist on staff that's been tracking the weather, making sure that the cloud cover is clear so that all of your payloads, will have line of sight. And it's a great day for a launch. So thank you so much for your opening remarks. And for every NASA Flight Opportunities campaign, there's a bunch of representatives here, and we also have An. Thanks so much for joining. So An, I know that you've been to a lot of launches. I know from a technical side, you support a lot of launches, including all of the NASA TechRise campaigns. So why don't you chat with me a little bit about NASA Flight Opportunities program, what that's all about.
So hi, I'm An Nguyen from NASA Flight Opportunities. I am the technical lead for the TechRise missions on the NASA side of things. So Flight Opportunities is super interested in space exploration, Earth sciences, and what we really want to do is we really value flight testing, and particularly through our commercial suborbital providers. And so there are so many new and different technologies that people want to test before they send them in space. And so we test them on our suborbital flight vehicles to give them relative environments. So something similar to what they would experience in space without actually putting them in space. So we make sure that they work and make sure that they perform as we expect them to, so that we can reduce the risk to overall missions in the future. So it's actually a really, really great program to work in. And I get to work with people like Deanne and all of your mentors and our flight providers, and it's really, really exciting.
We have so much pride in what you've built, and I know you have so much pride in what you've built, and we're just really excited for today and for these to take flight and hopefully collect all of the data that you're hoping to gather. But as mentioned, your payloads today are launching on the Worldview vehicle, on the Worldview high altitude balloon, and we're really excited for you to learn more about that. So we're going to play the video from Jennifer so you can learn more about Worldview.
This is Jennifer Godwin at Worldview, mechanical engineer here, and this is the 2024 NASA TechRise vehicle. This vehicle will actually be suspended below the balloon. That's going to bring us up to altitude, and this is where we're going to house all 80 of our student payloads. Every payload's going to have a horizontal and a downward facing viewport, and then we also provide each payload with both power and data. So we're feeding all of our power from the center of the vehicle out to these payloads, and then we also feed them all of the telemetry data, so they get altitude, heading, speed, things like that. Located in the center of the vehicle is our PAV, which is going to provide a lot of the data to our payloads. And then we also have our control box, which is going to help power a lot of our GoPros that are located on the craft. These GoPros are going to show us things like the parachute opening, what the payloads look like at altitude, and also how our landing goes. So you can see here we got some corner bumpers too. So when we do come down, if we were to do any sort of tilting or anything, we can't always predict if there might be a rock or a small bush. These corner bumpers are going to help pad the side of the vehicle and further protect some of these student payloads also. Underneath the vehicle, you can see here, these payloads get a great view all the way around 360 degrees. And then also we'll have a landing pad. Those are going to hook up here to these buckles. And that landing pad is going to help slow the vehicle as we come to a stop after we separate from the balloon. So the VectorNav antenna right here is going to provide all the students with their heading information, so they'll be able to understand what direction we're traveling, and that information will feed it both live, and we'll also be providing it to all the teams in NASA after the flight. All right, that's the 2024 NASA TechRise vehicle. I look forward to seeing all of your science experiments after the flight, and I hope you guys get great data, great images. Good luck.
Want to make sure that all of our teams get shouted out. So I am going to go down this list one by one and make sure all of you get shouted out for the amazing, incredible work that you have been doing. So today our payloads on board for this flight, for this Worldview flight, we have Phillips Academy IB School from Birmingham, Alabama. We have Aragon High from San Mateo, California. We have H.D. Woodson Senior High School from Washington, D.C. We have the Charter School of Wilmington from Wilmington, Delaware. We have Clear Creek Middle School from Ellijay, Georgia. Then we have Mid-Pacific Institute from Honolulu, Hawaii. Makualani Christian Academy from Kaluakona, Hawaii. Adele DeSoto Minburn Middle School from Adele, Iowa. Illinois Math and Science Academy from Aurora, Illinois. St. Paul of the Cross School from Park Ridge, Illinois. New Palestine Junior High School from New Palestine, Indiana. Kickapoo Nation School from Powhatan, Kansas. Fay School from Southborough, Massachusetts. Worcester Academy from Worcester, Massachusetts. Greater Lowell Technical High School from Tingsboro, Massachusetts. Hereford High School from Parkton, Maryland. St. Thomas Academy from Mendota Heights, Minnesota. Marquette High School from Chesterfield, Missouri. Ophir Middle School from Gallatin Gateway, Montana. Central Academy of Technology and Arts from Monroe, North Carolina. Holly Springs High School from Holly Springs, North Carolina. Groveton High School from Groveton, New Hampshire. Patterson P-Tech from Patterson, New Jersey. Montgomery High School from Skillman, New Jersey. Academy for Technology in the Classics in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Marcy Hertz from Reno, Nevada. Monroeville Elementary School from Monroeville, Ohio. Jenks Freshman Academy from Jenks, Oklahoma. Colegio Otaki from Bayamon, Puerto Rico. East Cooper Center for Advanced Studies from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Hill Country College Preparatory High School from Spring Branch, Texas. Parkside Elementary School from Orem, Utah. Dixon Smith Middle School from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Washington Liberty High School from Arlington, Virginia. Eckstein Middle School from Seattle, Washington. Friday Harbor High School from Friday Harbor, Washington. Carmen School of Science and Technology from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Gilmer County High School from Glenville, West Virginia. And Newcastle High School from Newcastle, Wyoming.
Hi, TechRise teams. My name is Liz DeVito, and I am with the NASA Flight Opportunities Program. I'm here with our program manager, Danielle McCulloch, and we're so excited to be with you all on this exciting day of our launch. I'm curious, if you think about TechRise with the Flight Opportunities Program and NASA at large, what do you think our why is? Why do we do TechRise?
Yeah, that is a great question, and one that I am so excited about, because the why for me is that anybody can contribute to NASA's mission. And again, that whole journey to explore the world around us, as well as really understand and explore space. And so while we do have people who do this type of research as their careers, students are also part of that. And TechRise allows students to have that hands-on experience and really get a sense of the fact that they can do this research. Like, you can be part of this. We teach you how to do all of those different interactions, how to think about an experiment, something that you want to research, how to build a payload, how to do it quickly, how to deal with the failure that might come along the way and recover from that, and get it into a relevant test environment like a high altitude balloon. And so it's really exciting for us to see students have this opportunity so early on in their career, so that they really do have the confidence that this is something you can do. This is something you can contribute to.
Any last tidbits, takeaways, kind of big things you want the teams to keep in mind today and throughout the rest of their journey?
Yeah, I think it's just really remember all the accomplishments that you've had. You know, today is really exciting because it is a launch day, and hopefully everything will go really smoothly. But even if it doesn't, again, whether it's the experiment, the launch, anything else here, like this is kind of tricky stuff that we're doing here, and you are part of that. You're part of our NASA community. You really are contributing to this whole mission that we have to advance technology, advance our understanding of space and the world around us, and we're really pleased that you've chosen to join us. So just be really proud of your contributions and your accomplishments, and enjoy this moment, and just kind of take it as it comes, and yeah, just again take it all in and be proud of yourselves.
To make sure that all of our teams get shouted out. So I am going to go down this list one by one and make sure all of you get shouted out for the amazing, incredible work that you have been doing. So today our payloads on board. All right, payload checks are complete, and I'm here now with Claire Bankston, one of your NASA TechRise mentors, who I know you guys all know very well. Claire, how'd it go?
It went awesome. Your payloads are all on. They all look fantastic. All green lights, ready to fly.
Yes, awesome. Love to hear that. Green light means go, so that's just one more milestone and what's next to come. And so after this, we're going to go into balloon inflation. But talk to me a little bit about, I guess, what just happened over there, a little nod to the integration process in general and what's led to this moment.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys know when we do those payload checkouts, we have you guys check, make sure those green lights come on, make sure your pull before flight headers are responsive. The reason we do that is because that's what we do on flight day to make sure that your payloads are working. We can make sure that there's no issues and do what we can to make sure your payloads are functional so that you can get all of your beautiful, wonderful, valuable data.
Right, and the journey, started in Los Angeles. You guys shipped the payloads there. Claire went through all of them and made sure that they worked. Then it went to Tucson, and at Worldview headquarters, that's where they were integrated into the gondola. Integrated is kind of a fancy word
for putting them in the gondola, basically. we take all of your payloads out of those boxes once they get to Tucson, and we do another power check. So we check, make sure they're functional in LA. We check and make sure they're functional in Tucson, and we check and make sure they're functional here in Page before we actually come out here on launch day. So once we get those payloads in Tucson, we load them all in, we make sure they're in their nice little seats in the gondola, and then we check them, and we make sure that, the data is getting received correctly. Obviously, we're not doing that test with your payloads, but we have our own that we can test with and make sure that data is coming through and make sure that your payloads are going to get exactly what they were promised.
So at this point, they have been turned on. At this point, the telemetry has started streaming. So your payloads are all getting that data stream.
But not a launch command.
But not a launch
Not a launch command, not yet.
So once the balloon starts to go up and ascend, that's when that launch command will be sent.
Yep.
And then, obviously there's more launch commands during flight, but they are primed and ready, and we are ready, and we are so excited and so proud. How does it feel? You've seen all of these payloads go from an idea to here they are as a fully fleshed out, NASA TechRise payload ready to take flight. How does it feel?
I think it's incredibly impressive what you guys have accomplished here, and I'm very, very proud of all of you guys. I feel like you guys are the geniuses and the future engineers of tomorrow, obviously, and so it's amazing watching you guys go from I know you guys know this, but you start out a little unsure and a little sort of skeptical of whether or not you can actually do it, and we get here and it's like you did it. You actually accomplished what you guys set out to do, and you were successful, and you built a wonderful, functional, amazing payload. So I think that you guys should carry this with you and remember that while you may start out unsure of what you're doing, you can do it. You will get there one way or another.
It's so true. I think that's what you've done here with this payload is just analogous to anything that you want to do in life. And so we couldn't be prouder. It's so exciting. As well, we were over there. Obviously, there's 39 NASA TechRise payloads on board, but there's a couple other things on board as well. There's also patches. So we have NASA TechRise patches, NASA TechRise 3 patches that are on board, and they're all going to be flown up into the stratosphere. And when they come down, each of you are going to get a patch. They're going to go in your payload boxes when they get returned to you. But not one patch, but 2 patches. So Worldview also has a mission patch that they've developed, and those are also being flown as well up into the stratosphere. So we're really excited for those to be on board with your payloads here today. There's also a little special guest on board.
A little friend.
A little friend.
Yeah.
There's a little robot. His name is LB. He's actually a little cardboard robot, and he's a little bot, and he's a little cardboard little bot. So actually this year for NASA TechRise, we developed live coding shows for students to learn more about coding, and it stars this little robot named LB, and at the end of that show, LB accidentally gets picked up as a payload and launches into the stratosphere. So we're really excited for him to actually be taking flight here today, which is really fun. And we're going to capture that on GoPro too.
Yeah.
I'm back with Program Manager at Worldview, Sam Denver. Thanks so much for joining.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
So Sam is going to tell us all about kind of balloon operations and what's going on that you guys are watching. So Sam, I'm just going to let you kind of walk the students through.
Yeah, absolutely. We have what's called a dynamic launch process.
I'm back with Program Manager at Worldview, Sam Denver. Thanks so much for joining.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
So Sam is going to tell us all about kind of balloon operations and what's going on that you guys are watching. So Sam, I'm just going to let you kind of walk the students through.
Yeah, absolutely. We have what's called a dynamic launch process. The big thing is the key aspect of any successful balloon launch is really wind speed and wind direction. So what we do is we want to make sure that our whole layout system is laid out in a way that's going to be favorable for wind conditions. So what you can see is a launch vehicle. That's our maneuverable vehicle that allows us to position the final launch of the craft itself in the most ideal position for winds. We have the parachute laid out that's connected to the base of the balloon. We keep most of the balloon covered up for the entirety of our launch process. The key to mitigating winds is really keeping as minimal amount of the balloon susceptible to wind speeds and wind directions as possible. So what we do is we contain all of that in what's called our spool. That spool will then contain all of the helium, all of the inflated bubble within a small area, and that really helps us manage the balloon during our inflation process as well as our launch process. So what you'll see in the next couple minutes, we're going to begin our inflation. The inflation will start with our fill tube. We use a large helium trailer to fill our balloon with helium gas. The majority of the balloon will stay uninflated except for the bubble itself. The bubble will stand up above the spool, and then we'll make sure everything's healthy, and then we'll release it for launch.
you.
you.